welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those who need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is at SkimPod, SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K.
Crunchy.
Hey, feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
We're available by Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, anywhere fine podcasts are available. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share wherever possible, including on YouTube, where we can now be found at Stays Crunchy. And over on Twitch, where we're still Stays Crunchy and Milk. Our personal Twitters are
Tatum216,
Lunchbox2099,
The Real ODP.
And I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrell713.
Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy and Milk.
Was that Kevin or Tallulah?
Kevin.
I laughed. They did it right when they started recording. It just made me laugh. It was well timed. All right.
Look who's hanging out behind me.
What's his name? Black Pete?
Mr. Peppermint.
Mr. Peppermint. Oh shit! What was that?
Oh, that's my phone not being on silent.
Oh, okay. I don't know that life.
Now it is.
All right. Yeah, now check your stove top before you take a listen and make sure beans don't burn in the kitchen. These gassed up niggas just ain't fuel efficient. I played to win a breeze to choke hold your piston. Now you niggas can't make pole position. Class E chassis can't hold the transmission. Crew pretty useless, they got tools missing. Watch me, Grand Prix champion for the wealth driven. Yo, you got one of my hustle. Hold on, let's do that again. Yo, you got one for my hustle, two to rock rhyme. From the muscle kid, I'm one of the illest of all time. I swing from the chandeliers and wall climb and specialize in warfares of all kind. A lot of MCs said I'm a run it down rhyme, but half the time they running down one of mine. Thought suffocating them with yet another stunning line. You dumb and blind kid, it's enlarged and underlined. That's a dope line. When I memorize, leave your whole staff pressurized. Melt down all of your artificial lies. Y'all niggas is faker than yellow number 5. Swine like mono and diglycerides. My vocal got texted, you just texturized. I'm nicer than your writtens even when I'm improvised. Step into my zone, get flown like fly by the B-boy Lazarus who just won't die. Yo, me and Kamal and Leonard Hubbard, Questlove and Malik, we go back to dollar hoagies and Tahitian treat, or like toast in the oven and government cheese bubbling. Me and Dante like Marvin, the trouble man, traveling. Give me the mic, we on that again. B-boy business off the top, acting and battling. Serving them cats that forgot. But don't get too close because you might get shot. Hello, welcome to it. It's episode 425 of Stays Crunchy and Milk. And we're surrounded by an aura of mastery, psychic energy, and empathy. I'm joined by my best friends, Tatum216.
Hola.
And my homeboy, the real ODP.
Greetings from Alabama.
Alabama's own, the real ODP. I'm sorry, forgive me. Thank you for correcting me. Box is out watching Spider-Man No Way Home. And I picked those particular lyrics for just this little bit here. Yo, me and Kamal and Leonard Hubbard, Questlove and Malik, we go back to dollar hoagies and Tahitian treat because we just learned tonight that Leonard Hubbard found a member of the Roots, used to play bass for him, has passed away from cancer after a long battle with cancer, and he will certainly be missed, man. If y'all know the Roots, and the Roots, of course, if long-term listeners know, is my favorite band. Hub was always, the brother on the bass with the licorice chew sticks in his mouth. And like that was his swag until he left the group some years back. And he will certainly be missed, man. That is two members, founding members of the Roots that have gone on to glory, both by way of cancer. And it's just, cancer be on some bullshit. So I want to spit some lyrics to, of course, big up Leonard Hubbard. And that particular lyric is actually Mos Def and Black Thought rapping back and forth with each other, which is kind of why it's hard for me to get ahead of it. And I might re-record those lyrics, but I won't re-record me saying "Rest in Paradise" to Leonard Hubbard. So that's what's up. But we at it. You know how we gets down. Remote. So standard remote rules apply. You get some news. You get some tales from our lives. You get some Hammer the Asshole. Definitely some video game talk this week, and then we get the fuck out of Dodge. We do it just like that. You want to interject? Anything I want to add to this program before I get it started?
I miss video games. I haven't played in a while.
You have a different life now, and I think video games. I mean, at some point, video games can certainly be a part of it. But right now, you are a man on a mission who's been, you've been working.
Yeah.
But you work at your choice, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we could probably go the whole year without me working based on how much money we make off of stuff we sold. But like, I like to work, and I'd like not to deplete all my funds. So
I know how you are about money. I've known you for a very long time. I know you. It's one of those things that one of your worries that you cannot shake. And if you can do it and keep your mind sharp, keep your work mind sharp. Why not?
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. It's flexible hours. I'll probably work from 6. It's weird because they're on Eastern time and I'm on Central. I'll probably work from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock Eastern time, 6 to 2 Central tomorrow. If I can get my ass out of bed after 2 beers and a late night recording.
All right. Well, fair enough. Let me get to it so I can try to make that up.
Is that a tall boy?
Yeah, it's a tall boy too. So it's 2 tall boys. These things aren't these beers that Aunt got me are not small. They're good. They're all been good. I've been enjoying every single one of them.
Now, what's this take?
This is it's 5% alcohol per volume, so it's not too bad. It's what's the liters on this shit?
Ounces. We don't do liters.
Ounces?
Shit. We're in America. Come on.
This is a German beer though. 500 milliliters, it says. I don't know what that is in ounces. It's 1 pint. It's a pint.
16 ounces if it's a pint.
All right. So it's a tall boy. Are you looking
What's
it
the
up?
flavor profile on it?
It's that is 16.907 fluid ounces, which indeed is a pint, a little more than a pint.
It's a lighter beer. It's not too hoppy. I don't like a beer that's too hoppy. Too many hops is no bueno to me. This one is a Ramager Kurta, and it's got a devil on it eating Wiener Schnitzel and drinking a beer. He's a friendly little devil.
Oh.
Well, let us hit the ground running. Let's see. Shitty news, and news that involves me. So, we're going to do some shitty news, and then the new me news. It'll all work itself out here shortly.
All right.
First up, former Houston. Well, you know what? I'm shitty because of what happened, but not shitty because of, what. We'll go from there. You'll figure it out. Former Houston cop who thought AC Repairman was a voter fraud mastermind indicted on felony assault charges by Dylan McGinnis, staff writer over the Houston Chronicle. A Harris grand jury on Tuesday indicted former Houston police captain Mark Aguirre on an assault charge after he was accused of running a man off the road and pointing a gun to his head because he thought he was committing voter fraud in the run-up to the 2020 election.
What?
Aguirre will face a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a second-degree felony punishable by up to 20 years in prison. The trial currently is scheduled to begin in February. Prosecutors allege Aguirre slammed into the back of an air conditioning repairman's truck about 5:30 a.m. October 19th of last year. pulled a gun, forced a repairman to the ground, and put a knee on his back, and he ordered another person to search the truck. A police officer happened upon the scene shortly after. Aguirre, who was fired from the Houston PD in 2003, so this man has not been a cop for a very long time, and was fired from when he was, would later tell investigators he was conducting a citizens investigation into an alleged ballot harvesting scheme he thought was orchestrated by local Democrats. He told police they would find hundreds of thousands of ballots in the repairman's trucks. They only found an air conditioning parts and tools. Aguirre said he had been following the repairman for 4 days. Aguirre, a licensed private investigator at the time, was hired to investigate fraud claims and paid about $266,400 by the Liberty Center for God and Country around the time of the incident. That group,
That's a real thing?
it is, led by Steve Hotz, the local conservative activist, and Jared Woodfield, the former Harris County Republican Party chairman. The former captain was fired by Houston police for his handling of a 2003 street racing raid that saw 278 people arrested. All of the charges, mostly trespassing, unrelated to racing, were dropped, and 32 officers were disciplined. Aguirre was arrested last December on the felony assault charge. Terry Yates, Aguirre's attorney, said he was surprised it took a year to get the indictment, and he looks forward to proving Aguirre's innocence at trial. How can you prove a man innocent when he literally committed a crime of the sort that you really can't be proven innocence on there?
Man, what a fuck. So angry about this story. I've been seeing the headlines for it, and I wanted to click on it, but I just keep not doing it.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what I thought it was.
I didn't expect the private investigator bit, but there's that.
The Center for Liberty and God. In the name of God, get your hands on your motherfucking head before I blow your motherfucking head off.
Yeah. Anyway, so kind of fucked up, but kind of okay. Because the man, they arrested my man. He's been indicted. Depending on, I guess, your jury situation, he might go do some time and could do some real time. So we shall see.
So, okay, let's argue that this guy was this voter fraud mastermind that he claims he is. We're gonna shoot. It takes that kind of force to bring him down. Or don't you want to report it to your local authorities? You're not a cop anymore. You're a private investigator.
I don't know. Ain't no explaining that, man.
I mean, like, you know what? No, we're not gonna do that. Anyway, he's a knucklehead, and hopefully he'll do some time, and we'll keep moving from there. Next shitty story. Factory workers threatened with this. Okay, I want you to know that most of these, most of tonight's episode was built up by Box. Box did a lot of the grabbing stories and Emma the assholes and stuff for this episode unintentionally. I think he was just sending us stuff because check this story out. But it all worked out in the favor of us. These are things we discuss on the show. So Box may not be present, but he is present. And
he's always in our hearts. Correct.
Factory workers threatened with firing if they left before tornado. Employees say. This is an NBC story on NBC News. Dion J. Hampton is has the byline. At least 8 people died in the Mayfield Consumer Products candle factory. Its destruction has become a symbol of the tornado's ruinous power. Mayfield, Kentucky, as a catastrophic tornado approached the city Friday. Employees of a candle factory, which would later be destroyed, heard the warning sirens and wanted to leave the building. But at least 5 workers said supervisors warned employees that they would be fired if they left their shifts early. For hours, as word of the coming storm spread, as many as 15 workers beseeched managers to let them take shelter at their own homes, only to have their requests rebuffed, the workers said. Fearing for their safety, some left during their shifts regardless of the repercussions. At least 8 people died in the Mayfield Consumer Products factory, which makes scented candles. The facility was leveled, and all that is left is rubble. Photos and videos of the widespread mangled remains have become symbols of the enormous destructive power of Friday's tornado system. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said Monday that 74 people were confirmed dead in the state. Michaela Emery, 21, said in an interview from her local hospital bed that the workers first asked to leave shortly after the tornado sirens sounded outside the factory around 5:30 p.m. Employees congregated in the bathrooms and inside hallways, but the real tornado wouldn't arrive for several more hours. After employees decided that the immediate danger had passed, several began asking to go home, the workers said. People had questioned if they could leave or go home, and Emery, who preferred to stay at work and make extra money. Overtime pay was available, but it wasn't clear whether those who stayed were offered additional pay. Supervisors and team leaders told employees that leaving would probably jeopardize their jobs, the employees said. If you leave, you're more than likely to be fired, Emery said. She overheard managers tell 4 workers standing near her who wanted to leave. I heard that with my own ears. About 15 people who asked to go home during the night shift shortly after the first emergency alarm sound outside the facility, and another employee, Haley Condor, 29. There was a 3 to 4 hour window between the first and second emergency alarms when the workers said should have been allowed to go home, she said. Initially, Condor said team leaders told her they wouldn't let workers leave because of safety precautions, so they kept everyone in the hallways and the bathrooms. Once they mistakenly thought the tornado was no longer a danger, they sent everyone back to work, employees said. Anyone who wanted to leave should have been allowed to, Condor said. Elijah Johnson, 20, was working in the back of the building when several employees wanting to head home walked in to speak with supervisors. He joined in on the request. I asked to leave. They told me I'd be fired, Johnson said. Even with the weather like this, you're still going to fire me, he asked. Yes, a manager responded, Johnson told NBC News. Johnson said managers went so far as to take roll call in hopes of finding out who had left work. Company officials denied the allegations. It's absolutely untrue, said Bob Ferguson, a spokesman for Mayfield Consumer Products. We've had a policy in place since COVID began. Employees can leave anytime they want to leave, and they can come back the next day. He also denied managers told employees that leaving their shifts meant risking their jobs. Ferguson said managers and team leaders undergo a series of emergency drills that follow guidelines of FEMA and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, if you were wondering. These protocols are in place and were followed, he said. A 24-hour hotline is available as of Monday for employees to call about hazard pay, grief counseling, and other assistance, he said. Autumn Kirks, a team lead at the factory who was working that night, denied Monday afternoon on NBC that people's jobs were threatened if they didn't go in. But another employee, Latvia Halliburton, said she witnessed workers being threatened with termination if they left. Some people asked if they could leave, but managers told them they would be fired if they did, she said. The first tornado warning passed without any damage, but several hours later, another warning was issued. Once the second tornado siren sounded around sometime after 9 p.m. Friday, Condor and a group of others approached 3 managers asking to go home. You can't leave. You have to stay here, Condor said, the manager told her. The situation was bad. Everyone was uncomfortable. Mark Saxon, 37, a forklift operator, said that he would have preferred to have left to leave, but he wasn't given the option. That's the thing. We should have been able to leave, Saxon said. The first warning came, and they just had us go in the hallway. After the warning, they had us go back to work. They never offered us to go home. As the storm moved forward after the second siren, the employees took shelter. The lights in the building started to flicker. Moments later, Emery, who was standing near the candle wax and fragrance room, was struck in the head by a piece of concrete.
Damn.
Son of a bitch.
I kid you not, I heard a loud noise, and next thing I know, I was stuck under a cement wall, she said. I couldn't move anything. I couldn't push anything. I was stuck. Emery, who was trapped for 6 hours, had several chemical burn marks on her legs, her buttocks, and her forehead from the candle wax. She also sustained kidney damage. Her urine is black, and she still can't move her legs because of the swelling from having been motionless for so long. Employees who wanted to go home early said they were mistreated. It hurts because I feel like we were neglected, Saxon said. I don't ever want to be so attached to my job that I would risk my health, safety, and well-being for the gig. Now, I got a job and a boss that's super understanding. I would think would never put me in that situation. In fact, we've been sent home early when the snow was coming, you know? they've been like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here because it looked like it's about to get bad. So I can't call it for my particular gig, but factory man, like I said, Amazon workers were killed. There was an Amazon factory in that same area, that general area, that was also struck by one of those tornadoes. And same difference. They basically told, nah, man, you can't leave. And if you do, you're going to get fired. And capitalism is an absolute shit show. It just...
But it'll trickle down eventually.
No.
Yeah.
It hasn't yet.
I'm astounded by the awfulness of that situation. And of course the company's going to say, nah, man. But the leaders of the company may believe, who knows, they might truly believe that they have trained these people to do right and these people should have done right, but they most definitely did not. And there's too many people who can account to the contrary for me to believe that they were doing right. They should have. They just simply did not. And that's crazy to me. So, yeah. One last story. This one involves me, but we'll get you there as to why right now. It's from Cleveland.com. This is Adam Pharisee is his name, is the byline writer. 6,000 Ohio Easy Pass accounts overcharged due to coding glitch, Turnpike officials said.
Oh, wow.
So we went to Chicago this past week, and of course, I have an Easy Pass, so I just grab my transponder, throw it in Dan's car, and we ride out. But I've been waiting to get all the charges on it so I can say how much we all owe for tolls. So I've been checking it religiously since last week to make sure everything has come through. But then out of nowhere, I get a notification from my credit card that I have been charged $618 from the Easy Pass. And I'm like,
that ain't right.
that don't seem right. But it was wild late. It was like 9:30 p.m. like at night. So I'm like, Easy Pass definitely ain't open. And I did call my credit card. They was like, yeah, that's definitely them. And if we need to, like, let us know. We'll call it. We'll open up a case on it if we need to. And I was like, no worries. I'll call them in the morning. I called them first thing they opened up at 8:30 this morning, and it was like, all lines is busy. Please call back later. and then like I tried to several times just do the online their text box. It would not go through, and I was like, okay, something has happened. It's a problem in the game, and sure as shit there was a problem. But let's read this story and get the problem taken care of. Cleveland, Ohio, about 6,000 Ohio Easy Pass customers woke up Thursday to find their accounts overcharged due to a software coding mistake, an Ohio Turnpike official said. The overcharge happened during a scheduled update to the Ohio Easy Pass website. Turnpike spokesman Adam Greenslade said, Easy Pass contractor TransCore skipped a step while setting up new data script for the website, he said. The total amount of mistakes withdrawals has not been tallied. Many of the customers who claimed by phone or on social media said they had $250 withdrawn. It's supposed to be $25 if you ever wondered. Though others said they had different amounts withdrawn. Greenslade said. No one's account information was compromised, Greenslade said. There is a very isolated incident that happened just to the replenishments from the overnight update, he said. The overcharging happened to customers whose accounts had been set up to automatically replenish funds. The 6,000 accounts affected by the mistake represent about 1.2% of the Turnpike's 500,000 accounts, Greenslade said. Man, this writer has got to work on that. I get it. He's trying to let me know who said it, but I think we all have established who's the talking person in this situation. Once the update went into effect, it drew money from customers' accounts. The data script error caused the software to take too much money, Greenslade said. TransCore fixed the data script that caused the erroneous withdrawals and is working to refund customers' money. Greenslade said they hope to have all the money refunded by the end of the day Thursday. We're working as quickly as we can to correct the situation, Greenslade said. We understand that it's a big inconvenience for customers, so we want to get it fixed as quickly as possible. A statement on the Turnpike's website directs anyone who may have been overcharged to an email, customer service center at ohioturnpike.org. I did get through them this morning to discover, two dope things. One, I was number 40 in line, and I was like, okay, that's not terrible. But two, that they use the Cisco hold music that we all been hearing like for this past year, because people been talking about how dope that track is. Doom 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 doom. That Cisco hold music goes hard, and therefore being on hold as for number 40 to come through to what I was a very pleasant experience. Plus, they were very quick to be like, "You're number 40. You're number 30. You're number 21. You're number 9. You're number 4." And then I was on the line. I spoke to I believe her name was Taylor, and she's super helpful. Explained it was just a hiccup, and that asked, "You only want the $25 on there right now?" I go, "Yep, only the $25 is all I need on there right now," and refunded my money and got my money back and nothing to it. So I didn't realize it was such a large situation. There was 6,000 people affected by it, but
Well, that was my next question.
What?
How many people were affected?
Oh, yeah. 6,000 per that article. So
it's a lot of money. I was going to say, how's
yeah.
that Cisco hold? I was going to ask how that Cisco hold music holds up to music by Cisco.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That Cisco hold music goes hard. Have you not heard that?
I've heard it.
Yeah,
I've seen like videos of it.
Yeah, that, I mean, it's no thong song, no. But I'm telling you right now, man, that they did a whole, I think, reply all about that music. There's like, why does music go so hard? And they had to find out who wrote it and so forth and so on. There was a very cool little reply all investigation. So, but
it was I forgot what podcast I was listening to, but they were talking about Bone and Cisco came up, and they were talking about the thong song. And everybody knows that was one of the biggest hits of that time. But Cisco didn't make hardly any money off the song. What? Because of one line. And she was living La Vida Loca.
Huh? Yeah, you got to pay. That's a writing credit from Mr. Ricky Martin, is it not?
So before he put that line in, it was like, hey, you need to talk to Ricky Martin about that part. He's like, man, me and Ricky Martin cool. I'll talk to him. And he didn't talk to him. And most of the proceeds of that song go to Ricky Martin.
Oh.
Ricky Martin ain't
Because of
cool.
one line.
Currently, somebody is suing Taylor Swift on a similar thing. So, let me see if I can find you. I thought we talked about it, but maybe we didn't.
Oh, what line is... I got some Taylor Swift listening ladies in my house. That's an interesting bit of trivia.
I believe she's getting sued for Shake It Off.
Oh.
No. Her banger.
Yeah, Taylor Swift to face trial in Shake It Off infringement lawsuit. For me, Taylor Swift unable to shake it off infringement lawsuit will go to trial. He punched that headline up real good, didn't he?
I can't beat that.
Who can really lay claim to players gonna play, haters gonna hate? Superstar loses attempt to dismiss lawsuit. This is by Daniel Krebs over at Rolling Stone. Taylor Swift's years-long battle over the Shake It Off lyrics will stretch on into at least 2022 after a federal judge ruled Thursday that she must stand trial in the copyright case. The singer was first heard in 2017 by songwriters Sean Hall and Nathan Butler, who claimed her 2014 hit, Shake It Off, lifted lyrics from their 2001 song for 3LW, Players Gon' Play. Specifically, both songs include variations of phrases, Players Gon' Play and Haters Gon' Hate. The lawsuit was first dismissed in February 2018 by a U.S. District Court judge, but then revived in October 2019 by a 3-judge panel from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, who once again sent it to District Court. The judge at the United States District Court for Central District of California reviewed the lawsuit Thursday and denied Swift and her legal team's latest attempt to have the lawsuit dismissed. Judge Michael Fitzgerald said that while Swift's experts do make some persuasive arguments with regard to why various factors of the respective musical and literary work analysis do objectively distinguish Players and Shake, He ruled that there are still numerous factors that do not eliminate the possibility that there is still a genuine dispute as to potential substantial similarity between the lyrics and their sequential structures as framed by the plaintiffs. He added that a trial should decide whether the two songs share substantial similarities and not musicologists. Swiss legal team argued that even if there was protectable elements in Playas, that they are not substantially similar to those in Shake as a literary or a musical work. Fitzgerald ruling, obtained by Rolling Stone, said plaintiffs argue that there are at least seven elements in the selection and arrangement of the four-part lyrical sequence at issue that the chorus of Shake copies from Playas, including, for example, 1. Shake's combination of tautological phrases, parallel lyrics, grammatical models, Xer is gonna X. Marina Bogorad, an attorney for Hall and Butler, told Rolling Stone of Thursday's ruling, "Our clients are extremely satisfied with the decision, especially because it reinforces the notion that their unique self-expression based on the deeply rooted cultural heritage cannot simply be snatched away without proper attribution. We are pleased that the court refused to engage in a battle of the experts, especially given that the defendants' resources vastly outweigh those of our clients. And it's about time that justice should be served. It is about time that justice should serve the merits rather than the deep pockets." Reps for Swift did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone's request for comment. In 2018, after the case was successfully appealed following its dismissal, a rep for the singer told Rolling Stones, "These men are not the originators or creators of the common phrase players or haters, or combinations of them. They did not invent these common phrases, nor are they first to use them in a song. We are confident the true writers of Shake It Off will prevail again. Their claim is not a crusade for all creatives. It's a crusade for Mr. Hall's bank account. The Shake It Off infringement case has been set for August 30th, 2022.
Players gonna play.
I just know that haters gonna hate and lovers gonna love. I don't want to do none of the above.
None of the above. Oh, jeez, Louise. So there we go. There. You got tossed a bonus story. Just because
it was a heck of a bonus.
Just because Gabe brought up Cisco. So there you go. Look how that all worked out.
And Dan loves Taylor Swift. So
Loves?
yeah. Dan like her a lot.
Fair enough. But you know what it is, man. First up, as always, is Tatum. Man, what's been going on in your world?
A whole lot of nothing really. We got back from Chicago, and I didn't hit the ground. I mean, I guess I hit the ground running. I've been on vacation. I had like my I've been at my job for 20 years now, so I get a fair amount of vacation. And man, earlier this year, I took a week in Chicago, and then now, you know, I had some days here and there, but I mean, since I'm working from home, I mean, days really don't mean shit when I can take care of everything I can during the day and then just come back home and work. So vacation has been, you know, not needed as much. So I had 92 hours I had to use before the end of the year.
Oh.
And I still think I have one more vacation day. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask the boss. You sure you don't got one more of them days I can have? This week I've just been pretty much like running errands during the day, and then going to pick up my son, and then like cooking dinner and stuff like that. That's been pretty much it. Like the gist of it, like But it always seems like to me, when you're off, that time goes so much faster when you're not working. Like I look up, I'll be out doing something like this morning. I had to go to the post office. I went to go get some grapefruits. And what else did I do? I stopped at Office Max. And before I knew it, it was like fucking 11 o'clock. Like 2 hours had went by like that. I dropped off my son, and 2 hours had went by real fast. And then my partner wanted some pho. So I got some pho, came home, washed some dishes. And now I'm talking to you. Oh, yeah. And I made a blueberry, some blueberry blondies. I don't know how they taste yet. They're cooling off.
They sound good, though.
I'm not a big fan of eating like some raw ass blondies, but not blondies, blueberries. But I like them in certain food. I like the flavor of blueberries.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about eating raw ass blondies either. I prefer brunettes.
Yeah, I said to my partner years ago, like, I prefer blondies over brownies, and she was like, "I bet you do."
Oh,
I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
But
be like, clearly I'm here with you, you brownie. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, brownie.
women do that with food though. Sometimes when you're just talking about food and they're like, "Oh, so it's like that, huh?" I'm like, "What? I'm talking about food." Like, it's to my wife, like, I prefer a variety. I don't want to order the same thing every time. She's like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, I was speaking of food, dear.
I mean, I kind of feel like sometimes women do, enjoy when they can get that in, when they got something in their heart they want to get out. It don't matter what the situation is. Like, you know what I want tonight? I wouldn't mind something different. Oh, I bet you would.
Like why you busting my balls here? What is going on?
How long you been saving that for?
Yeah, really. That's what it seems like. You just had this on deck, and you're like, I'm gonna bust this out. Bust this out.
Yeah. I can't wait till he mentioned pizza. Oh, so you want a different slice, do you?
Like the extra sauce, do you? Like, what? What is happening here?
You eyeing up that pound cake.
Oh shit!
You know what I would, I wouldn't mind a ginger ale. I bet you like gingers, don't you? I see you looking at that lady in the grocery store. Yeah, manufactured arguments are the worst. Like, they just come out of nowhere. It's like, we was having a good ass day. Where this shit come from?
Yeah, like the
Where
whole,
did
how
that
the fuck
shit
did
come
we get
from?
here?
I don't know. I just know I'm not interested in that.
There's some dudes like Kink or something, man. He like loves getting into fights with this woman. I am not that guy.
You really think so?
No,
Yeah, I guess
don't.
it's a kink for everybody.
I just think it might be somebody who like either is into manufactured arguments or is the one manufacturing arguments.
Either way, I'm not interested in that kind of stuff.
I don't need manufactured arguments. I get into plenty of organic ones.
You think so? How often do you feel like okay, so how often do you think you get in arguments that ruin the rest of your day? You feel like?
The ruin the rest of the day? We tend to resolve it. I don't want to stay angry, and neither does she, so I think we get to a good place sometimes, but like that ruin my day? I've had a few of those. Too many. But I guess one is too many.
Yeah, maybe.
Feels like one is too many.
in relationship, how often do you feel like you just got to be like, you know what? I know I'm right about this, but I'm just not gonna say anything because I'd rather have my peace to keep it than to be right about it.
I've done that.
I probably
Done that.
should. I cannot.
Oh,
It's like I lived a whole ass married life doing that shit and still ended up divorced. So now I'm just like, I'm not gonna live a second life like that. So if I got something to say, I'm just got to come back. It's got to be said. I have been, and I continue to try to do better about just not bucking off. You know what I'm saying? I try to be a level with my tone and so forth and so on. But I constantly get told I'm yelling when I'm like, no, I'm not, because I know what yelling could be, and I ain't there yet. So, but shit happens to the best of us, man. But I'm not. I can't do it no more, man. I can't just be like, just chill out and everything will be all right. It's like, not really. Because then I'm just unhappy, and I'm the type that's gonna be sitting there. I'm be stewing in it, and then I'm gonna pop off twice as hard. So I might as well get that shit off.
I think the key, I think the key to it, at least to me, in my opinion, is not to fester on it. Once you decide to let it go,
To truly have to let it go.
You truly have to let it go. It's just like, I'd rather be happy in this moment than to tell you. I mean, whatever the situation is, like, I know you used all the toilet paper. Oh yeah, I got a perfect example.
Okay.
Like today, what was I cleaning? I was like, we have 2 separate bathrooms. We have 2 separate bathrooms, not only because it came with the house, but because 2 separate bathrooms is what makes a relationship go steady. Like, not having the same bathroom is pretty great. But it was funny. A lot of times in these days and times, toilet paper is a finicky animal. I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, like, I was kind of forced to get this one. I think it was like Scott's toilet paper or something.
Oh.
Man, it ain't terrible, but it ain't the best. It ain't the best. It ain't Charmin. And I was like, goddamn, I had 2 packs of it. Man, that shit lasted me so long. I was so glad when I was done with that toilet paper. Like, I was so
Maybe
done.
It just felt like it lasted a long time.
I mean, okay, so it's 2 crazy things. One, like, I guess this house was built like in the 60s or something like that. I'm sure I could look it up. But the toilet paper roll I have, I can only use like small, regular sized toilet paper. Like, the mega rolls don't fit. Like, I know I could buy like a toilet paper stand, but I got a built-in one already. Why do I need to buy another toilet paper stand? I mean, I guess in order to fit those mega rolls. Like, when I go to like Walmart or Target or something like that, they don't have any regular size toilet paper. They only have mega rolls and double rolls. So
the ones that are hard to turn when you're trying to unfurl them, right?
No, it legitly won't fit inside of the thing.
Oh,
Like inside of the toilet paper roll. Like, it's like from in the 60s, they just had regular ass little toilet paper. I guess you didn't shit that much in the 60s. That's just how it was.
all those drugs.
Everybody was eating steak. You eat steak every night. You don't gotta you don't gotta shit as much. So, I guess back to the regular story. I was like, man, did you make a mistake about 1-ply toilet paper? She was like, yo, it's not 1-ply. I was like, this is definitely 1-ply. And she was like, well, no, I think it's 2-ply. I was like, nope, this is 1-ply. And then I was petty. I was like, this is 1-ply. I ain't gonna say it no more though, that this is 1-ply. And then after that, I dropped it. But I did say it one more time.
Toilet paper game is one of those things that can cause troubles. We came up early-ish, I guess, in the pandemic, So I've been using Scott tissue since a nigga wipe his ass. It's been a long time. But during the pandemic, we came up on some Charmin. And this whole house, outside of me, because I don't care, fell in love with that damn Charmin. So now, like, we ran out of Charmin. I was like, all right, let me buy some damn. So, like, I thought say Vanessa's dad copped us the tissue. That's where it came from. So it wasn't like a normal purchase. So I was like, well, it's time for me to buy toilet paper again. I buy fucking Scott. Man, all this house was against your boy. It was on smoke. About his hard ass paper, and I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all
okay? You grew up on it?
Legitimately. So this last time I had to buy toilet paper, you know what I'm saying? Because this house didn't start with 2 bathrooms, but eventually it got 2 bathrooms. So we got the little, the basement little shitter, and we got the upstairs, full bath. And so I bought Charmin for the upstairs bathroom. Like, there you go. That's y'all shit. Go for it. And I bought like Scott for the basement. And then now it's like, I don't know. Now I feel like they got Scott upstairs and I got Charmin downstairs unintentionally. It just worked out that way. Like, how the hell is this happening? So yeah, the toilet paper game will really get you caught out there. So don't do that to yourself.
They got a taste of the Charmin life. They couldn't go back.
For real. That damn soft ass bears. I don't like that toilet paper. It's like, okay.
It's crumbly almost.
It is everything they've advertised. It is wildly soft, and you don't have to use too much of it. But I worry in a wiping situation, I'm going to punch through it. And then I'm just, then I'm filthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But,
then I got to burn my hands in the hot water.
So, we're supposed to be moving pretty soon, but I bought a bidet. It was one like on in the clearance aisle at Walmart. Originally, it was gonna be for tea for Christmas, and I was like, "Is a bidet really like a Christmas gift?" And I was just like, "Nah, I don't think so." So I was like, "You know what? I should just keep it." And like I said, since we're gonna be moving, I think I was just gonna save until we get to the new house.
Yeah.
Some new house vibes.
So Box was telling us how he recently got his bidet finally installed. And he says his is cold water, and I can't even picture it. I don't even want that. I want to make sure I get one that is
electric.
That is giving me at least warm water or some way, shape, or form, some way or another. So I will begin researching that sooner than later.
So that is another reason I guess I'm glad I didn't give you this bidet then, because this is definitely a cold water one.
It's probably like the shit, but I would think some warm water would be nice up your chute,
At least warm.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's got to be, roasting, but
But cheeks roasting on open fire.
As I scroll through Amazon, I guess I need to narrow it down to electric. So here we go, electric. We're gonna do that. We're gonna see what that brings us. So I said 4 stars. That's prime, and then I clicked the electric, and I have 1. It is simply 1. I'm gonna read you what it says.
All right.
The More Dear C600 elongated white smart toilet seat. Unlimited warm water, warm air dryer, electronic heating seat, auto wash, ultra slim stainless steel nozzle, and nightlight.
All right, let us guess the price. That bad boy at least $200.
I'm gonna say $240.
All right, Gabe, you win by being closest without going over. $299.99.
Oh. That could be those passive aggressive prices right people. Like, oh, what was the last bid? $300. I'm gonna go $301.
You think that's passive aggressive?
I was gonna say, you think that's passive aggressive, or just
This is part of the game.
I guess this is part of the game, but I don't know. Like, look, I came up with my number. You just came up with my number and added $1.
I'm going to click off of Prime and see if this expands my... Nope, still one. There's only one 4-star electric bidet in this bitch.
Look for a 2-star one.
Here, let's click. I'll click on I'll clear the customer reviews, and we'll click on 2 stars and up. 2. So basically, the electric game is a difficult one for the bidets. So basically, all these bidets, they want to just work off of pressure. So maybe everybody's bidets is cold water, and I'm just doing it wrong. Fair enough.
Yeah, it do kind of seem like maybe if you want like one with the warm water, you might need to like get a whole ass toilet.
Yeah.
With a bidet.
Man, you know how water temperature gets around these parts, man. When Lake Erie get real cold.
Well, it's not saying freezing cold.
It's gonna be cold enough.
You ain't trying to turn your.
You really won't, like, you ain't going swimming in Lake Erie at that in the wintertime. Why would you want that shit hitting your tank?
I guess, like, I don't know. It's not trying to make your brown eye blue, but
it might. Brown blue eyes. Yeah, and they supposed to be hitting your tank. They're supposed to be hitting your butthole too.
I know.
Unless it goes up. I don't know. I don't know how. Maybe I need to like splurge on a nice hotel where they got a bidet, so I can experience it first.
I always wonder what them Japanese.
yeah, I feel like I gotta test ride that first.
Oh my goodness.
Do they have any like Japanese hotels in America?
Let's see. I'm literally gonna just type in Japanese toilet hotel America. New York hotel offers a Japanese toilet in every room. Now this is in 2013. This is a long ago story, so who knows if this hotel even still exists?
I hope
But
so.
this is New York's Kitano Hotel. So let's check out Kitano Hotel, see if it's still a thing. See the rabbit holes we're walking down to this point? Luxury hotel in New York City, the Kitano Hotel, is still a thing. And depending on where you get your room from, it could be as cheap as $142 a night from Priceline to up to $255 a night from Hotels.com.
Yeah, that 140 ain't bad. To try that out.
Best price guaranteed. And this is me going to Kitano's website, and they have $272 at Orbitz, $272 at Cheap Tickets, $272 at Travelocity, $272 at Booking. That's if you went to those sites, but they say they guarantee the best rate, and their rate directly from them, $244. So, a night in New York and a Japanese toilet. You love to see it. Gabe, man, you said you got a story to tell.
I do. I had one last week, but I was like, you guys were a little like underwater, like because of my internet, and I'm like, I'll just wait for this story. So I decided to tell it this week. So
We're
at
waiting.
the last
You ready?
campground. All right, the campground, not the last campground, the campground before last. We came across this stray dog. I know. T-Roll's already shaking his head no. Yeah, so my wife is going kayaking with my oldest daughter, and they see this dog. My my daughter's like, "Mommy, we got to go ashore. We got to take care of that dog. It's got no collar, and it's skinny. It might be a stray." And sure enough, it didn't have a collar. It might be a stray. So, you know, I go after a while. I go looking for them, and they're talking to this older couple. They're just like asking this older couple, like, "Hey, is this your dog?" And the older couple's like, "No, this isn't our dog. We saw it wandering around, and the dog's not well taken care of. My wife pulled about like 30 ticks out of it.
Oh no.
Yeah. She got some rubbing alcohol. Yeah, gross. She got some rubbing alcohol on some tweezers and de-ticked the dog. And we fed it. I guess it was a she. My wife and daughter checked, and I just trusted them.
Yeah, I think I need to stay away from this lot lizard ass dog. That should be
Well,
the new
lizard ass
rule.
dog. I mean,
How? I mean, I see. I mean, you guys are pet experts,
yes.
but like, I can't imagine, like, out of the blue, picking 30 ticks off a dog. Like, your wife
My
is
wife-
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
She feels for dogs. She loves dogs.
That's one option. Or you could just be like, that's some real white people shit. I was told don't even walk up on no stray ass dogs. All that shit can be is dangerous.
She was
Wow.
really sweet. She was
I don't
really
even
sweet.
understand it.
I wasn't gonna go that far. I was keep, but I do agree. Like
My
that
wife
was
does
just
some white people shit. She is a white person. She's
yeah,
very
like
white.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Keep going with this story. Well, you keep riding out.
Okay, so they bring the dog home. The home being the trailer and the campsite we're at, and they start feeding it. And I see where this is going, and I'm like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I'm like adamant from the beginning. And I'm like, no. We got 4 pets. We can't do this. We're traveling. We can't do this. I was very clear. I was very upfront. I was like, the foot is down on some like old Inside Out shit.
and then like some narrator comes in, and then Gabe holds up a dog. Like, and so this is Buckeye. He's our new.
I'm getting there, and as you know, rest in peace. We just lost a one of our pets, Peanut, the guinea pig, and my daughter started saying, "I think Peanut sent this dog to us."
Oh my gosh.
Just full of ticks. Fuck Peanut then. Peanut's a bitch for playing me like that. Damn, Peanut, what I do to you besides give you a good ass life and a long life? That you would send me some tick filled ass bullshit. Fuck you, Peanut. Nigga, you used to be beautiful.
Yeah, like I understand like feeling bad for a dog or an animal rather, but that motherfucker had ticks on it,
Yeah,
like
Don't send
tick
me,
scary
like,
disease.
$50 or something like that on the ground I found.
I'm sorry, what?
I said Peanut couldn't send me like a $50 bill I found on the ground or some shit like that.
Yeah, yes. Peanut really could,
Yeah,
like, let me
I'm-
reimburse you for all the food you bought me, my guy. Slide you a little something.
at
So
least
that's
a campground nudie mag. That's the least Peanut could
I
have
haven't seen
did.
a movie.
That is your daughter knowing how to work the fucking room, my guy.
Yeah, she started with
You-
that, and I'm like, oh no, don't
You-
do this to me.
You have raised a real one, Mike. So she is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, so I'm like, no. So the old couple came by.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't get a good look at the old couple they were talking to. So I like when I saw people pull up, I was like full of hope, like, hey, the dog's owners. And my wife is like, oh, it's the people we were talking to. I'm like, oh, not the dog's owners. And the guy was talking to me, like, just telling me his life story. It was really interesting, actually. The guy's like this really smart engineer guy, but he was dyslexic, so he mixes up numbers. And he used to work like jobs that, like, if they knew he was dyslexic, they would have fired him, but they never found out. I'm like, okay. Hey, they're friendly down south. They feel like they feel the need to open up to you. And
I see, said the blind man.
and he told me like, yeah, you know, we used to have a farm, and people kept bringing us these cats, these stray cats. They kept finding because we were the place to bring stray cats, and like after a while, we're like, oh, you know, we're a farm, we can't afford to feed them, so like, my parents got me a bunch of shells, and I went to the woods, and like, yeah, I'm like, and like, you know, I did what I had to do. I'm like, oh man, this guy just mass murdered a bunch of cats, and he's just telling me this all casual like.
I mean, they burn their trash and shit down south. It's different down there.
Yeah, I guess like he didn't have to cap the cats like that though. I'm kind of glad Lunch isn't on this episode. It was
I mean, he not gonna listen. I mean,
hunches up.
I mean, you can't really punch that up. And like, I don't know, maybe they just wanted to euthanize. Hey, Lenny, just look at the rabbits. Think about the rabbits, Lenny.
Yeah, it's pretty much like line the cats up on a hole or something like that. You know.
Make this story better, Gabriel.
Well, I thought it was a pertinent part of the story, so I told it.
Okay, make that pertinent to the story.
Okay.
So you took your gun out to the woods?
I don't have a gun. I always think about getting a gun only simply for the fact that, like, you know, conservatives don't think any liberals have guns. And I'm like, man, shut up. I could have a gun if I wanted one.
And you can hold it sideways and shoot a dog.
You have children that are too good at finding bullshit. You cannot have a gun.
Yeah, I don't. I never felt comfortable. Isn't that statistics say like you're more likely to shoot yourself than anybody else with the gun? Like your guns don't make you safer, really? Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry for that going down that road. So after a while, well, the lady said like, look, I'll call my friend, and I'll see if she can have a home for the dog. Like, all right, we'll call some shelters. We'll see what we can do with this dog. And all of a sudden, my daughter is like, after a while, like, look, I feel like Peanut sent this dog to me, and this dog is meant to be ours. I'm like, no, we can't take another dog. What the hell are we going to do with 3 dogs, a cat, and a guinea pig while we're traveling the country? I don't have room for all that. And she just burst out in tears. She's like, you gave me false hope. I'm like, what false hope?
What? Your kid is playing you. Like a bitch to your face. Oh my God.
I wouldn't go that far.
I didn't say she was a bitch. I'm saying she played him like a bitch.
I heard what you said.
And, like, she really does know how to tug on the heartstrings. Like, geez, I don't want to break her heart, but, like, I can't take a third dog in. I can't.
At least if you break her heart, then it comes from somebody who loves her, and not somebody who try to use her or something like that. So let you be her first heartbreak by saying no to this fucking dog.
Yes, I was her first. I broke her little heart in a million pieces. She was in tears. She said I was heartless, calling me everything but a child of God.
Wow.
She ain't even hit teenage years yet, and I got to put up with this shit.
Bruh, all it is they gonna be roasting you your whole life. Just get used to it.
Pretty much.
Well, I'm glad that you got that nice that nice covering over your heart right now to protect you from this bullshit, because that dog had 30 fucking ticks on it.
No shit.
That should have shielded your heart. 30 goddamn ticks possibly being on you. Oh God.
Well, even if, let's say the dog came in pristine condition.
Sure. Brand new dog and just have to show up like, hey, guy, can I get a lift? No, dog, you cannot. They just get down the road a little bit further, you know.
I kind of feel like
You
if it
got
was a
4 legs, you use them.
if it was a pristine dog, that dog probably would have had a tag or some shit like that. That dog was just out kicking it, living his best life, smoking hookah with bitches on the weekends, or whatever dogs want to do. But
Wait,
man, a strange dog in the woods ain't it, man.
I know, and it was. They're like, oh, it's so sweet. I'm like, it's exhausted. It finally doesn't have to run for its life, and so it's tired and acting all docile and everything. Wait till it gets some energy in it. We don't know what this dog's gonna be.
That dog smell food on y'all. That's what it was.
Like
Y'all got a hot dog we can have? Yeah.
Continue forth. It's upsetting me and I know I have to keep interrupting because every time you say the child says something else, I'm like, the fuck? Keep going.
So the next day, I call like some no-kill shelters and everything, and I'm ready to take this dog, and my wife's really like, let's wait a little bit. Let's hear what this old couple, if they find anything with the dog. I'm like, all right, I'll wait, but it's a moving day. It was on a fucking moving day that this shit happened. So like, we got shit to do, and we got a damn stray dog to deal with. So the old couple shows up again.
Yes.
And they're like we said to them, did you find a home? They're like, yes, our home. We decided to take the dog in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. I didn't mention the capping of cats to the family because I don't want them to think the dog's in an unsafe environment. But I think the lady is gonna keep the dog alive. There's one caveat, however. This is a couple who goes on a pilgrimage to Europe in September. So they're going to ask around, but if they can't find anybody else, we offered to babysit this dog for a couple months while they're on their pilgrimage. I know.
How they gonna get in contact with y'all? Y'all gonna double
exchange
back?
numbers. I don't know how the fuck this. I don't know how this is logistically gonna work. I'm hoping they're finding somebody before they have to turn to us.
What has happened to you while you've been on the road? Where all of a sudden everything that you know has just left your head. You just fucking kicking it with strangers. You giving motherfucking people that you don't know your phone number. A thing they tell you never to do because too much shit is attached to your phone number. Agreeing to...
Man, you better block their number.
I'm hoping they'll find somebody before they have to turn to us.
You erase that number right now and never look back.
New number.
Fuck
who
that
this?
dog. Fuck that dog that you don't know. And don't let no child tell you anything like crazy like that to your face ever again. That shit could have...
He was so happy that this nice couple took the dog in, though. So happy. She was like, all that anger and crying and aggravation she had the day before was all gone, and she was elated. She said, this is such a great feeling. This is better than the feeling I would have had if we kept the dog. I'm like, oh, that's good. You're happy. So I didn't mention the cat capping.
Oh, my God. Also,
which I thought was the wise thing.
That dog is going to live with a murderous Liddy.
I don't know. I kind of feel like you're better off.
I don't think I needed to hear this story. This is upsetting on so many levels.
I thought it was an interesting story.
Oh, that somebody will hear this and be like,
story.
yo, that's a wild one.
But I kind of feel like, I don't know. Y'all need to make like a steadfast rule, like right fucking now, like, we're going to go to a lot of different places. Stop talking to old people, 1. 2, we're not picking up no animals. We're not picking up no hitchhikers. We're not picking up nobody that could put our health and our safety in jeopardy.
Exactly.
No more. I don't care if y'all rowing a boat. Y'all turn your ass around like it's a cartoon.
I've seen we've seen some stray dogs on the road since then, and I'm like, nope, we're gonna keep going. That dog looks fine to me. That dog lives there. I kept pointing to the property, like that dog lives there. I see that dog. He's just saying hi.
Can't we keep this deer? No, we cannot. But Peanuts hit this deer. Peanuts hit that deer from on high to love us and show us whatever. Like, no, Peanut did not.
Oh, wait till we come across a stray pig or something.
All the feral hogs that you sent us a picture of that. Didn't you send us the video of that hog breaking the fence?
Yeah.
Yeah, feral hogs is a thing down south, which we all joked about a few years back when that dude said 30 feral hogs. Turns out, not a wrong thing. That shit can be directly sourced to an incident in Texas where these motherfuckers was bringing in feral. Well, no, they were bringing in hogs to hunt from a helicopter. That was what their goal was, to sell, helicopter-based hunting of pigs. And guess what? Pigs is wild fucking, good
Smart.
at repopulating. And now we have tons and tons and tons of feral hogs that run loose in the South. Because Texas can never be trusted in this country. Why do we let Texas get away with so much fucking bullshit?
Next time they threaten to succeed, we should fucking call their bluff.
Just please, just go. Just go. Take as many of the other ones with you that want to go. Just, oh my God. This upset me in so many ways.
We're just trying to be nice and friendly.
You gotta stop that bullshit at the door, man. You can't do that. Oh, no.
I never thought we would take in that dog though. That was never gonna happen. My heart was like shielded.
Yes, but now you actually have given them false hope, because you've been like, we'll watch the dog when you go to Europe. You've given that couple false hope and your child false hope. It's gonna be like trying to foster an animal.
I hope you're gonna.
Well, they said they're gonna take it to the vet, so it'll be tick and flea free by the time September rolls around.
That dog could have COVID. 7 tigers
forgot
in the
about-
zoo currently have COVID right now.
I hope for Christmas that Santa Claus gives you a pimp's heart, Gabe. You need some coldness on you, buddy.
I know what it is. And we've discussed before. You came up hard, and so you try to be so much more tender than how you were raised. But it's got to be a middle ground. It's got to be a happy medium to be had there.
My parents were quick to say, like, this dog's not working out. Fuck it. We're getting rid of it.
Oh God, that's terrible.
That's awful. I mean,
No. That he's saying a beloved pet. And he's like, I don't like this motherfucker no more. I'm out.
I mean, I know. I don't know. Like I would love to have a dog, but I know I love my peace more.
Dogs are work. They're not kid level work, and they're not kid level worry, because like you're sad when a dog dies, but you're not like it won't tear your marriage apart like a. Okay, wow, I didn't mean to go down this road.
Wow, we got dark fast.
Isn't it statistically proven that like
it is.
the death of a child will fuck up a marriage?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just citing the stats. And
So Myles Garrett has just become the first Cleveland Browns player to earn a 99 in Madden.
all right,
Myles
That's
Garrett.
dope.
Yeah, it's real dope.
they don't count it when you pump up a rookie or something like that. I got
No, they don't.
who was that fucking guy?
Joe Thomas peaked at 98 apparently.
Oh, good for Myles Garrett.
Highest rated defensive end in the game. Excellent.
Courtney Brown. I got Courtney Brown up to 99 on his second season of Madden.
Holy shit. I hadn't thought about Courtney Brown in forever. Wow. Just took my man's back. Whew. All right. So the couple took the dog. Your family is happy, and you have since had another moving day since then. So you're even a little further away from the motherfuckers right now at this point.
Yeah.
So
Good luck trying to find this. I don't know. Like they agreed. Like, I mean, they had my wife and the lady had the conversation, and that this decision was come to. But like how's this logistically going to work? Like, we'll worry about that when the time comes. Like, all right, I'm not fucking going across the country to pick up a damn dog just to babysit it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Who knows where you'll be in September?
Really though.
Yeah. So. Oof. Yeah. That's Anthony's right. Some law has to be established. Like, okay, first of all, we got to really work on this talking to strangers bit. We can meet our neighbors, sure thing, but y'all in a foreign land on foreign ground.
Some neighbors scared me tonight. Like, I was going out to get my second beer, and I hear like "Good evening." I'm like, I turned around like all cartoonish, like what the fuck was that? And he's like,
"Oh, say good evening like that." What's wrong with hi, nigga? Or not hi, nigga? Just hi.
It's the South. You might get a hi, nigga, depending on what. I'm also gonna tell you this: if we're gonna be giving out phone numbers, go ahead and make a Google Voice number. And that is the number you give away. Don't give away your actual phone number to nobody.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of hacking. It's a lot of hacking and hack shit that happens via just phone numbers. A lot of social engineering and shit like that that can happen just via your phone number. Just make a Google Voice number and use that as the number you give out.
Oh man, the guy kept bragging about how smart he was. I mean, and he did sound smart for all the shit he can do. Maybe he can fucking reverse engineer, hack my number, and fucking take all our money.
Hopefully he, the dyslexia, and he switched the number and he can't never call you.
Oh, shit.
They should have gave the number to him, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So that wild story happened. We didn't almost gain another dog because, like...
No, you truly did not. You had already said no off the word go. And then what you get for it? Abuse. You get abused by a small child.
I pretty much did.
Yeah.
She was in tears and angry and crying and like, what? Like, it was the whole, how the hell did we get here? Like I said, think about it logically, and then my wife was like, that's not the road to go down.
When my son does that, like I'll straight up saying like, you like it's okay to cry, it's okay to have emotions, but you're using your tears as a weapon right now. Like, you can't get what you want, that's why you're crying. Like, logic, like you're allowed to be sad, but you're not allowed to scream and cry for the sake of screaming and crying.
You just ain't gonna talk reckless to me either. I get it. You're upset and you can be upset, but you gotta respect me. It's just rules to this shit, and I will be respected, and that's just what it is. And bruh, what part of the game is that? They don't tell you about that shit when in father school. It's all lies.
There is father school. I've been to it.
I know. So have I. I attended, and I.
With the university hospital.
I think I went through Metro. Now that I think
I think I had Metro too.
Yeah,
it was real nice.
But I've been prepared for my child to tell me they hate me since they were, existed. I know at some point in some way something gonna happen and they're gonna be like, this motherfucker, I hate your ass. And I'm just have to be like, I have to take that shell to my chest and just.
She didn't bust out the I hate you though.
I'm not. No. I'm just saying what I'm prepared for, not what you should be prepared for.
I'll just think like, you gonna need something in the next half an hour, so I don't think you hate me very much.
Exactly. You'll turn that around pretty soon when you need a juice box. All of a sudden, you don't hate me, huh? You want this jukebox, don't you?
Juice box is the great equalizer.
And all I am is angry, just like, yeah, talk that shit down. Oh, good lord. Boxes. Yeah, we'll go with that. The great. If y'all have no idea how many titles I've written down already. Lot lizard ass dog. Eating raw ass blondies.
This the dog. They ended up naming the dog Charlotte. If that makes a difference to anybody.
No. I'd have drowned that dog my fucking self. Cause y'all near water, right?
1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, no more. Like, dog, you probably are full of disease and pustules of some sort. Just go. No thank you.
I'm thinking them old people sent y'all sold y'all a bill of goods, and they were hit dogs. Like they were the farm that our parents lied to us about. Like, oh yeah, we gonna take care of this dog.
We gonna take care of this dog.
Maybe that's what he said, that he was gonna take care of it. You know,
He has no
take
qualms
care of
about it.
No, because he's like,
No, because he's clearly a serial killer. Another thing, you talk to a man who clearly admitted to you that he harms animals, which we know is serial killer shit, and then voluntarily gave this motherfucker your phone number. What part of the game is that?
That's just.
You got to get a pager.
I have no response to that.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
All right, that's all a nigga
wrong.
need to know. If I was fucking up, and if you felt like I'm being shitty, let a nigga know, because I will rescind them. I will take the words back as fast as I can. But I'm just like, no, none of this seems right, and in fact, it seems pretty scary to me. So now I got new worries. Thanks, Gabe.
Sorry.
I fucking love your ass anyway. Jab turkey.
You don't gotta worry about what I'm gonna tweet on Twitter.
No, if need be, I say please remove that. And I've never had you give me any kind of grief. Be like, no, T, my words have to be served. It's my First Amendment right.
You helped me out with that one. That was a fire tweet, and I didn't know I made a typo in it.
Yeah,
And it was better for it. Yeah, it was better for it. And now I have a new insult.
It's some good joke punch up that occurred there. It's what I'm here for, man. Whew. Bruh. So I am so phenomenally fucked up right now. We're gonna do it. We're gonna walk. We're gonna just
all right.
Hop on over to Reddit. And when we are at Reddit, we are going there for one reason and one reason only, and that is because we like to find out via the subreddit, Am I the Asshole, who is the motherfucking asshole. The first one I'm going to read to you, Dan sent to us earlier. I have not read it. I just know it exists. And it is, Am I the asshole for snapping when I found out that a guy saw my girlfriend naked?
I thought I sent that one.
Did you send that?
Yeah, I thought I saw that.
I will immediately go to think. If I'm giving credit, if I'm not giving credit where it's due, my apologies, sir.
Well, we might have both sent it.
I thought that was a Daniel sin. No, that is a Gabe sin. His little picture is right there next to it.
Yes. I don't send them too often, but I when I do.
So thank you for that, sir. That's a Gabe hookup. We also have Am I the Asshole for perpetuating ethnic stereotypes about jorts.
What?
There's ethnic stereotypes about jorts? This is news to me.
I feel like we already got the two we need to read. But am I the asshole for not stopping my female friend from exposing herself at an all-guy party?
That's you got some interesting ones this week. We might have to carry over to next week.
Am I the asshole? I got uninvited from my friend's wedding and everyone says it's my fault. Am I the asshole? I was told I'm a gold digger on my first date of my life.
Was there a second date?
These are teenagers, so that might be an interesting read. but I can't call it. Am I the asshole for ruining vacation for me and my husband because of his pay raise? And am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend inconsiderate for the way she tested me?
That bitch tested me.
It does seem to be in that vein. Just by a quick glance through it right quick. Some old testing happening. So pick me the second one. The first one we're gonna read is the one that Gabe sent us. But pick the second one and we'll ride away.
This is a tough one. Exposing. I mean, exposing such a fun word. She exposed herself, and then there's like, I don't know, but at the same time, I want to know what's the ethnic stereotype attached with jorts.
I think that's the best one.
Yeah, all right.
We'll start there. Am I the asshole for perpetuating ethnic stereotypes about jorts? And there's also an update to this one, so this one might go for a while. The story: we have 2 workplace cats in one area of our work site. They add value to the work site. We all love the cats, and the worksite cat presence is not the issue. One of the cats, Jean, is a tortoiseshell cat we've had for years. The other cat, Jorts, is a large orange cat and a recent addition. Jorts is just kind of a simple guy. For example, Jorts can't open a door even when it's ajar. He shoves it whether he's going in or out. So often he closes the door he is trying to go through. This means he is often trapped inside the place he was trying to exit and meows until he is rescued. My colleague, Pam, not her real name, has been spending a lot of time trying to teach Jort things. The doors thing is the main example. It's a real issue because the cats are fed in a closet and Jort keeps pushing the door closed. Jean can actually open all the other interior doors since they are a lever type knob. But she can't open this particular door if she is trapped inside the closet. Torty Jean is very nice to poor orange Jorts, and she is kept busy letting him out of doors he has trapped himself in. So this seems easy to resolve. I put down a doorstop. Pam said that I was depriving Jorts of the chance to learn and kept removing the doorstop. She set up a series of special learning activities for Jorts and tried to put these tasks on the whiteboard of daily team tasks. I erased them. She thinks we need to teach him to clean himself better and how to get out of minor barriers, like when he gets a cup stuck on his head, etc. I love Jorts, but he's just dumb AF, and we can't change that.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Watching her try to teach Jorts to walk through a door is hilarious. But Jean got locked in the closet twice last week. Yesterday I installed a cat cutout thing in the door and Pam started getting really huffy. I just made a general joke about you can't expect Jean's tortoiseshell smarts from orange cat's Jorts, which made Pam furious. She started crying and left the hallway. Then sent an email to the group, including volunteers, and went home early. In her email, Pam said I was perpetuating ethnic stereotypes by saying orange cats are dumb and is demanding a racial sensitivity training before she will return. I don't think it's relative, but just in case Pam is a white person in a mostly minority staff and knows she is not a ginger and does not have red hair. Too long, didn't read. Am I the asshole for enforcing an ethnic stereotype by joking that orange cats are often dumb?
Well, this is news to me. I didn't know orange cats were dumb. And I guess no, you're not the asshole because this is not where I thought this was going.
Yeah, I thought. You know what? Sometimes you go for a layup and you miss.
Let's check the update out and see if it helps.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Update. Am I the asshole for perpetuating stereotypes about Jorts? Thanks for responding to my query, which had truly upset me. I work to have a good relationship with my team, and the situation had gotten weird so gradually that I lost perspective. I just met with HR. She had already met with Pam. Jesus, really? HR was concerned about Pam's comparing ethnic stereotypes with giving a cat a doorstop, and they addressed that, which went well. HR will follow up to make sure Pam understands. The replies to my query were helpful to me for this discussion. HR also addressed Pam assigning other staff Jorts-related tutoring, as it's not appropriate for Pam to assign work to others' work. This also went well. We both think Pam had a hard time with the transition from volunteer to staff and may have new kid sensitivity projected to Jorts. Pam got emotional about her perception that I favor Gene over Jorts and gave specific examples. Some of these are fair. Jorts deserves respect as a member of our team. There are 3 buildings in our workplace. Gene and Jorts are limited to 1. HR told me there were 5 holdouts about vaccines, and restricting unvaccinated people from entering the building to protect Gene and Jorts was enough to win over 4 of them. That's crazy, but great. More importantly, the cat's presence greatly enhances our work with our clients, and Jort's friendly nature has been so great. Both cats truly are doing important work. Truly, Jorts deserves to be treated with respect. We all deserve to be treated with dignity at work. So I will apologize to Jorts about some things that were insensitive or disrespectful. A, Jean has a nice cat bed with her name on it, while Jorts has chosen an old boot tray in my office with a towel in it. Recently, a visitor put wet boots in the boot tray, and Pam saw Jorts sleeping on the wet boots. I bought a bed for Jorts today, and a name tag has been ordered. I will apologize to Jorts and remove the sign saying days since Jort had a trash can mishap. 0. Jorts likes to fish dirty paper cups out and often falls into the bin and gets a cup stuck on his head, etc. He's able to get out of the bin by tipping it over, so it isn't a safety issue. Gene's staff bio has a photo of Gene, while Jort's bio has a picture of a sweet potato. I didn't actually know either cat had a staff bio, but we will use a photo of Jort's instead of a sweet potato. HR also suggested changing Pam's duties so she is in charge of the cats. This I refuse. The cats are my staff, not Pam's. I think Pam was well intended, but actually not meeting the needs of either Gene or Jorts, so they remain under my supervision. Pam is also not to put cups on Jort's head or intentionally put him in frustrated situations, given his unique needs. Lastly, and this made us both laugh so hard we can't deal with it in person and will be said via email, Pam admits that she's been putting margarine on Jorts in an attempt to teach him to groom himself better. This may explain the diarrhea problem Gene developed, which required a vet visit. Pam is not to apply margarine to any of her co-workers. Gene has shown she's willing to be in charge of helping Jorts stay clean. If the task becomes onerous for Gene, we will have a groomer help. I am crying laughing typing this. I'm so glad this brought you joy. Fan mail can be directed to jortsandgene@gmail.com or follow the Jorts and Gene joke account on Twitter @jortsthecat.
No, thank you.
As Titus Burris said, what white nonsense is this?
What white nonsense is this? I refuse to even read comments. I'm going to just close that window, and this did not happen. Good Lord.
I'm sorry, listeners.
Am I the asshole for stopping my female friend from exposing herself at an all-guys party?
Can we guess beforehand?
Sure can.
Yeah.
For not stopping my female friend. Like, are they there?
Oh, not stopping. No, she's a grown person. What are you going to do?
Fair enough.
So you went not the asshole?
Yeah.
Just to be contrary, I'm gonna say asshole.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, asshole. Am the asshole for not stopping my female friend from exposing herself in an all-guys party. For the record, we're all in uni doing our undergrad. Last weekend, my boyfriend threw a party. He invited some of his friends, all guys, and me and my female friend joined. Hours later, we're all pretty drunk. At about 1 a.m., I left for 20 minutes to go get us all cigs. When I got back, my friend was in the bathroom with my boyfriend and her shirt was off. He pulled me aside and explained she was extremely drunk and started insisting they play Truth or Dare, which no one wanted to participate in. She then dared one of the boys to tell her his favorite sex position. It got awkward, and then she had a drunken speech about how they should all be able to talk about sex in detail. Explained sex with the biggest dick she had and took her shirt off. At that point, my boyfriend pulled her aside and asked her if she's feeling okay and if she wanted to go to bed. She said yes. Then she started hugging him, and I walked in. He was with me.
She buried the lead.
He was with me for 2 minutes to explain. Then I went to get her to bed, and she lost it. She slurred that she never liked me, that she always thought I didn't deserve my boyfriend, and then started pointing out everything she didn't like about me, from my nose to my career choice. I broke down in tears and left to cry in my boyfriend's bedroom. While I was bawling my eyes out, she joined the party again. She said I threw up and told my boyfriend that I explicitly asked for no one to come see me besides her. The bad part, when they were all half asleep, she said whoever gets me a shot of Jaeger gets to see my tits.
Oh.
My boyfriend brought her a glass of water and said, "No more shots for you." Her response was, "Have it anyway," and she flashed her tits to a room of 10 plus men. My boyfriend then forced her to either go sleep on the couch or be banned from future parties. She went to sleep. I have no idea what got into her that night. I'm sure she's going through something hard to have acted the way... What the fuck is white people's problems? Act the way I really can't get over the way she talked to me. She took all of my biggest insecurities and threw them at me. I still feel like crap and it's been days. On the other hand, if I wasn't so emotional, I could have gotten her to bed and prevented that. Maybe she was really upset and maybe didn't mean what she said. I don't know. She blames me for it and doesn't remember yelling at me at all. Was I the asshole?
No.
No, I mean, she knows she's not the asshole. She's just looking for sympathy.
Yeah.
And yeah, T asked a good question. What the fuck is white people's problem?
I'm not. Again, that's another one. I'm not bothered. See, we all thought these were going to be good. These are not good. These are upsetting.
Well, 2 weeks ago we had one of the greatest Am I the Assholes ever. So
that the show that just went up today, in fact. So there you go. Am I the asshole for snapping when I found out that a guy saw my girlfriend naked? Is this person the asshole?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes. He probably doesn't realize it either.
Reddit agrees with you.
Oh.
My 25 male girl, Lydia, 23 female, lives with a roommate who has a boyfriend, Jeff. We gathered at the place last Friday for pizza. After a while, Jeff asked Lydia if she's still scared of being here alone the nights the roommate goes over to his place and I can't come. Lydia has always had trouble with being alone at night, and most nights I stay on a FaceTime with her till she falls asleep so she feels safer. The roommate laughs and says that if she hears a noise in the bathroom, at least it will be a ghost and not her locked in, passed out. Lydia just mouths, "Explain later," to me. When we get to Lydia's room, I ask her to explain it, and she tells me that this afternoon she wasn't feeling good and ended up fainting in the shower.
What?
So Jeff had to break to door. Okay, I'm going to assume break. I'm going to assume that means to be the break into the door to a roommate get in and help her. Sure, guy. She said that she already felt better and didn't want to tell me because I was going to be worried about nothing. I said that it wasn't nothing if she had fainted and that I should be aware of these things to help her. She said that now it would be just a funny story about how Jeff broke the door and the roommate had to cover her with a towel so they could come to the rescue of her naked body. That moment, I saw red. I asked if Jeff had seen her naked, and she said she couldn't be sure since she was unconscious, but the roommate said that he stood out of the bathroom until she was covered. I asked if Lydia thought it was fair to me to not know that another guy had seen her naked, and she said he didn't actually saw her naked, and that it shouldn't matter since he was only helping. I shouted that she just said that she was unconscious and couldn't know if he saw her. She told me to be quiet or that they would hear me, and I shouted that I didn't care, that a man just saw my girlfriend's body and I had a right to be mad.
Oh.
Jeff and roommate come in and explain that he never saw anything. He just broke the lock and waited outside until the roommate gave him a clear. I said that I didn't believe him, and the roommate jumped to his defense, saying she was right there making sure the situation wasn't embarrassing so they could take proper care of Lydia without her feeling weird. I said that if she was a cuckold, I wouldn't be. Jeff then shouted at me saying I should respect his girlfriend and mine, who had spent a whole day saying that she was fine but still looked a bit pale. He said that he only did it because he cared about Lydia, that I was an asshole who didn't deserve any type of help. Hearing him say he cared about her was it for me. I left without as much looking at Lydia as she begged not to go. Okay. Yeah. Over the weekend, Lydia had to be admitted to the hospital as she didn't feel good again, and Jeff and the roommate prohibited me from seeing her, saying I didn't deserve her. Obviously, the whole hospital thing sucks, and I wish I was there for her, but I still think I was right.
Oh.
At this point, I'm not mad at Lydia anymore, just Jeff. Edit. They agreed to let me see Lydia upon her asking them to. She said it would be best for us to be away from each other for a while. She's feeling better, and from what I heard, she's anemic, among other things, but going home this week. Now, let's lay some secrets out here. One, this thread has been locked by the moderators by another asshole. They don't want no more comments on this bitch. We got a couple of pink boxes. You're the asshole. You don't fucking own her body. You don't have the right to be mad. You're way out of line. Grow the fuck up. It's got like 40 awards on it. It's real short and to the point. Next one.
Respect it.
Hey, OP, you spelled ex-girlfriend wrong. She probably had to be hospitalized from tripping over all the red flags you dropped.
Oh.
The roommate and her man are right. You don't deserve her until you grow up. You don't deserve anybody. That one has 134 pieces of flair. So, oh my God. Here's another pink one that has a little bit of flair. It says, wait until he finds out about gynecologists. That's a solid joke. I'm trying to see if the OP responded to anybody. You're the asshole. Reminds me of an ex I had that got jealous of an ER attending for seeing my lady parts when I went in for an abscess.
That's gross.
As soon as he referred to her as my girl in the opening line, I knew he was the asshole. It was all downhill from there. And yep, I was right. You're the asshole. I wonder if he plans on punching out the male hospital staff who probably see her body while treating her, because his ego is more important than her health. Clearly. Man. Again, I don't see the OP responding to anybody, so I think the OP recognizes.
He got the gist.
Yeah.
But that was a good story of these other ones.
Yeah, and he's definitely the asshole. I mean, come on, man. It's not like that's such a situation. Like, she fucking fainted. What do you fucking? Why are you mad at anybody? Shouldn't you be concerned?
Hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
As for that gold digger one, she went on a first date with this dude. He ordered a bunch of expensive stuff, and she didn't order anything, and he said they should split the bill. And she said,
Whoa.
"No, I'm good, bruh." And he called her a gold digger. So she just actually just dodged a bullet of a shithead. This is a 16-year-old female and a 17-year-old male. And fuck that dude.
Yeah, really.
Oh, good Lord. Next thing you know, it's just be a tick-filled dog they bring home. It's all terrible news, people. It's terrible in these streets. As for video games, my Analogue Pocket system arrived from the good people at Analogue. And I even did an unboxing over there on my TikTok, although I did post it on the Instagram, so it's there. So you can see it there if you want to see what an Analogue Pocket looks like. It's basically a fancy-ass Game Boy. And it can play... As I do a quick little reach. You can play Game Boy. Game Boy Color.
Oh.
Game Boy Advance. And with an adapter, Game Gear games currently. They have plans to have plans to add support for the Atari Lynx, the Neo Geo Pocket Color, as well as the TurboGrafx 16's Hue cards, which could be played on the Turbo Express, if you had a Turbo Express back in the day. If you ever saw the movie, what's that movie with Will Smith and Gene Hackman? Enemy of the State.
Oh,
Yes.
oh yeah.
That whole time that they're hiding whatever Gene Hackman's looking for in a Turbo Express. So if you ever wonder what they look like in person. But that's all I've been doing. I've been playing that shit today. I played Tetris extra hard today. And it's very fun. I had a Game Boy, OG Game Boy, pea green Game Boy, like the year it came out. My mama came up on that for me, and I still remember it well. So a lot of happy memories from Game Boy. So when they announced this back in 2019, I was like, I'm gonna get one of those. And it went on sale last August. It went on pre-order last August, and I got the pre-order in, and I just been waiting for it to ship, and it finally has. So that's all I've been playing. Y'all been playing, Gabe, of course, can't play. Gabe played the game of moving the whole damn vehicle. So I know he
I didn't earn any
won.
trophies for that.
Yeah. Ant, you been playing anything at all?
I've been playing Cars on PlayStation 4, Cars 3. But I'm looking forward to my Grand Theft Auto playing that. It shipped. Well, something like it.
It's got a label made, so hopefully we'll leave the Target warehouse sooner than later. So
Come on, Minnesota.
my Minnesotans. So that is a good thing. But that's the show. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Her. On the quick, let's just double check. I'll check and see if we might email this. I like to make a point to hit the. No. So we're good on that. But you know the deal. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever possible. Subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Stage Krunchy. Subscribe to our Twitch channel, Stage Krunchy and Milk, and give us a follow over on Twitter at Skimpod, SKIMPOD. If you want to support the show financially and have a few bucks to toss our way, you can join our Patreon, where members at the $5 and above tier get extra content each month and early access to new shows. We also have merch available over tpublic.com/user/Stage Krunchy and Milk, all one word. Feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd love to hear from you. If you felt like it, choose an email, podcast@stagecrunchyandmilk.com. It's a good deal. We get out there and do the damn thing. That's Tatum 216.
Yeah.
That's the real ODP.
I am here.
Our missing man is Lunchbox 2099, and he will hopefully be back next week. I am the Entertainer 713. I was just on Wormhole Manifest. It's a podcast that guest of the show, Rachel's husband Matt, there we go, does. And I just did that show the other day, and I don't know when that episode comes up, but I am on an upcoming and or currently released episode of Wormhole Manifest. Go give it a listen. It's a show about mental health And basically Matt's journey with his own mental health, but he likes to talk to people and see how they are keeping themselves sharp and on point. It's a good conversation. It's a good time. I had a real good time on the show, and I want to make sure I show it some love. So there you go.
Is it on Stitcher?
I think he's managed to get it just about everywhere. But just look it up, Wormhole Manifest, and like I said, I enjoyed my time there. So there you go. I am the Internet Saver 713. You've just been podcast student. I know you loved it. Peace.
Peace out.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be